everyone, welcome to Venice, California.
Florida.
No, we in California.
Don't tell me there's homeless people here too.
For half a mile.
Yep.
What? Out here?
Yeah.
You can't just be homeless in a rich area. What the crap is wrong with you?
Oh, they all over the
me.
place.
This is a rich area. Okay.
Yeah.
What the crap? That's wild. Because
In
like
1,000 feet at Windward Circle, take the second exit and stay on Main Street.
that's crazy. Dude, Venice is like the Siesta Key of Florida. Can you imagine if like a bunch of homeless camps were set up in downtown Sarasota?
Please don't do that. Don't get any ideas
Florida
if you're
wouldn't put
watching
up.
this video.
Florida wouldn't put up with it.
Yeah.
So there really are a lot of homeless camps in downtown Sarasota. And last night we went to downtown and we actually saw homeless people digging through the garbage. Back then we really weren't aware of how bad the homeless problem was in Florida. But now that I've traveled more, looking back on this situation now, I can say that there's a lot of homeless people in downtown Sarasota.
What's up, everybody? This is Jose. Today we're gonna walk through Venice, California. Staying at this hotel that's, not kidding you, $400 a night, just about. Between the valet service, fees. I want to try one of these scooter things. I've never tried one. I know they're the most practical way to zip around cities. But, you know, $400 a night to stay here, guys. So we're in Venice, California, and I'm learning how to use these electric scooters. If you've never used one of these things, they're pretty interesting. Well, we're here doing it. And I'm trying out this scooter thing. I've never drove one. And let me just tell you, this is... there's people just kind of clearly not sober hanging out. So let me just tell you that Venice at night is not exactly a clean place. It's kind of wild. Okay, so there's no ride zones. And when you enter a no ride zone, it pretty much shuts off. Like when you enter a do not ride zone, pretty much shuts off. So you get back into a ride zone, it comes back on. It beeps at you when you do it. So that's what happens when you enter a no ride zone. Cool. You may have seen these things in American cities and wondered what the crap are they and how do they work. I have too for a long time. Apparently you have to be a millennial to use them. There's like a gang of homeless people at the end of this place. It's creepy. It's like they look really shady. Single one of them is sober. So our hotel was like ridiculously expensive, but these scooters were out front. So I was like, you know what? Oh, oops, you're entering a slow zone. Okay, so I can't go back in there. But it's very sketchy out here. So as we know, this is called Venice. As like Venice, Italy, because there's canals. But let me tell you, it's a little sketchy. I think it leaves a lot to be desired over the road. This place is so sketchy. I wanted to record way at the end of this road right here. There's a bunch of drunk people hanging out like a gang. Just causing ruckus, screaming their heads off. But I decided, you know what? I want to keep living today, so I'm just going to drive away from that area. But it's sketchy out here. I have no idea how much this is going to cost me, but I calculate it's going to run me about $20 or something. It's really easy to use, though. It's surprisingly easy to get set up. All you really got to do to end up on one of these horrendous things is have an Apple iPhone. Your Apple iPhone, you scan this bar that's right here, and when you scan it, it opens up your Apple ID. Once you open up your Apple ID, you download the Bird app, and then you're pretty much good to go. Now, you have to like charge a card up to $20. I don't know how that works, and how long. I think it's like a timer or something. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to the hotel because I've never used one of these things, and I have no idea how much it's actually gonna cost me to use it. But I will say this: I'm going to assume that there's also slow zones. Like for some reason, it's slowing me down in front of this canal. But I'll explain all that to you guys later. Let's keep driving and see what we can see. This place has absolutely no vibes whatsoever. In Florida, a place like this would have people driving by, blasting music, you know, cars passing by, squatted trucks, convertibles. The only thing passing by here are like vagrant people. It's very different than Florida. I think the vibes here really suck. It's not like really, there's no real cool vibes at all. Really, there really aren't. No vibes at all. This place is lacking vibes considerably. Not sure why you'd come here. I mean, we're traveling across America, but it doesn't really feel like there's vibes here. There's no music playing. There's no cars passing by with blasting music. This place is completely exempt of life, basically. All right, guys, welcome to downtown Sarasota, Florida. Saturday night, 12:30 at night. I'm gonna show you guys the nightlife in Sarasota. What's up, bro? I just finished the live stream, bro.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? Jose from Southern Life, looking good, bro. Outfit's fresh, man.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
You know, just had the business status, man. The boat show, Sarasota Boat Show.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah, I
tags.
saw it. I gotta run though, but have a great night, brother. All right, man. Yep. Yes, sir. So, just show you guys the nightlife here. Roll through downtown late at night. Let's roll. Let's roll. Just walking downtown. A lot of young people out here. A lot of youth. This is a Latin Quarter restaurant. They do like a nightclub thing. You pack inside a lot of dancing and stuff. They get crazy in there. It's just a sad parade of sad-looking people. So there's different ones. The one that I got hopped on is called a bird. There's a mural here. First, I'm hesitant to be someone's first. Oh, it's that type of mural. Okay. See, that's not the type of mural we have in Florida. And type of Florida mural we'd have would not be that. Definitely not how we roll. That's just not how we do things in South. Normally I take photos of murals with my car in front of it, but I'm gonna pass on that one. What's up, everybody? Have you seen one of these things and wondered what type of person gets on one of these scooters? Do you have to be a millennial to get on one of these things? On today's video, we're gonna find out exactly what type of person gets on one of these things and what it's like to ride on one. I actually jumped on my first one. And I'm gonna say it's practical, but I think it's kind of expensive. Via 12. Let me just say, Venice, Florida is a lot nicer than this. I was crying. So my first bird ride was $22. You know, if you're in the city, you might pay $22 to park somewhere. I tried talking to the locals, and let me tell you, some of the locals are very strange. In Florida, if you're on the streets, right, and you pass somebody, you might be like, "Hey, yo, nice shoes, man," or something, or like just anything. Like, good, bro. Outfit's fresh, man.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
You know, just had the business status, man.
And like, I drove by a girl. It's like, "You will find success," and she like stopped me, and she's like, "I'm sorry, what did you say to me?" I was like, "You will find success." It's just a simple quote, like. In Florida, you can just drive by random people and say whatever the crap you want. Let me just tell you that does not work here in California. She was very confused that I would say that to her. And then another girl, I pulled up to another girl and she was leaving out of a bar. And I was like, "My other ride's a Ferrari, but I only drive this for the weekend." I'm like, "Wait, it's not the weekend, it's a weekday. I guess I don't have a Ferrari." And she laughed and went and I drove off. But it's very interesting how people here don't really have a sense of humor at all. They don't really know how to communicate with other people. Their sense of humor is very stale. It's infertile. Look at they don't have any sense of humor. They're very dry. And back home in Florida, like, you know, you could just totally interact with complete strangers. You got the wrong sign. These are all city folks out here. for a second. Like somebody, you could be on the beach and you could be like, you know, hey, nice fishing pole, and hit your wife upside the head with it or something. You know, like, and they'll crack up and keep it moving. But here in California, if you try to interact with people, they really don't. It's like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, I don't understand. This is where we're staying, guys, and it's a Marriott hotel. It's about $400 a night with parking, which is quite a bit of money. But we're in a part. It's gonna take me 2 hours to drive here in the daytime from the other cheaper hotel. So I figured it'd be 2 hours that way, 2 hours this way. That's 4 hours. You might as well just stay at a nice hotel. But if they at least had internet, they don't. But as you can see, my hotel, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. They're like very judgmental. Like when I checked in, like the girl's like, "Can you afford this?" Like not literally with those words, but you got the sense of you don't look like you belong here. And then you're like, show them that you're an elite member. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Yeah, kind of demeaning until you let them, you know, see your big dog status card. She's like, "It's $50-some to park." Like she's saying it like, "Are you sure you can afford this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can afford this. I'm staying here. I'm an elite pimp." It was $22, and it was definitely very sketchy. Like really sketchy out there. Like there's like homeless gangs.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like literally homeless gangs. Yeah. There's like Bentleys and Ferraris downstairs.
Really?
Yeah.
That was one of the things that wasn't like.
So I have they gave me, since the internet wasn't working,
Yeah.
they gave me these cards where I can get drinks, and I'm gonna go downstairs and get some drinks.
There's a bar right there.
Oh, I can get drinks here too?
Apparently.
Cool. I wonder if you can bring them by the pool. Probably not, right?
Probably.
So I started trying to talk to people out there.
Yeah.
They're very like,
Standoffish.
oh, they get like creeped out if you try to talk to them.
Oh wow.
Like one girl was like, I was like, "You're in the right place for success or something, right?
Yeah.
Or you're gonna find success." And she was like, "I'm sorry, like, what are you talking about?"
Oh my God.
And like she walked up to me and she's like, "I'm sorry, what did you say to me?" I was like, "You'll find success." She's like, "Where and why?" She's like, "Where and why?" I'm like, "Anywhere. Like, you're gonna find success."
In life.
She's like, "I'm very confused." I was like, "Okay."
Well, maybe you won't.
And then there's this other girl who's walking out of a bar, and I was like, "My other ride's a Ferrari, but I only drive this on the weekend." She's like, "It's not the weekend." But at least she got it. But they're like, and like, I stopped messing with people because they didn't really get it. In Florida, you can totally talk to a stranger you don't know. You can just be like, "Yo, whatever," you know. Like here, don't do it. Like they don't get it. Period.
Yeah, they're kind of dizzy.
So yeah, I'm driving around in an electric scooter, and you're doing exercise in a pool. I'm pretty sure we're complete millennials at this point.
Actually, this is like old. This is what old people do for exercise.
Okay, so the hotel didn't have internet, which means we're not going to be able to upload our videos. We've been recording videos all day long, and now we're not going to be able to upload them because they don't have internet. So to make it right, they give us these little vouch cards for drinks. Up to $15 drinks. Guess what? There's a bar right there. Drinks start at $16. So I can use those papers as freaking toilet paper, I guess, when I get to my room. Because if the drinks start at $16 and the vouchers for $15, it's pretty much worthless. And I tried talking to the employees that are hanging out over there. They'll talk to each other in Spanish because some of them don't know English. But if you try talking to them in Spanish, they refuse to talk to you in Spanish because you're a customer. And it's absolutely ridiculous because some of them barely speak English, but they refuse to talk to you in Spanish. This place is like so freaking fake, bro. I really don't like it. Like, I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't really desire to come to this place ever again. It's just a bunch of like drunk bums, fake people that don't even know how to have a conversation with a stranger, and pretty much this place is just fake and crappy and expensive. And just like everything we've encountered in California, it's their fault that it's not working, but then they want to put the blame on you, or they want to give you like some type of ultimatum that is actually never good enough. Like in this case, I think it's really like the people here really suck crappy. Like they're really crappy. Like they're trying to kiss up to their bosses. It's just the whole package of people being fake and people being in desperate situations for work, so they have to kiss up to their bosses and be used like toilet paper by their employers. So it seems like I would never really want to live in California if that's the way business is done here. And I went to another place recently where I think business was done the same way. I can't remember what state it was, but there's another place we went to where it was pretty much the same garbage. I encountered the same thing in Houston. Thankfully, Florida hasn't got like that yet, but it's basically where it's their fault. They blame it on you, or for some reason they don't want to accept responsibility. They have an answer ready to go, like, oh, like you should have known that before you checked into your hotel. I'm like, how the crap was that? Phoenix was the same way? Yeah, but I don't think we're like that so much on the East Coast, but it seems like a West Coast thing. But here in California, I've run into that a few times, and I really don't like it. Is like they treat you like an idiot. Like this lady down there gave me those vouchers. I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna literally record it. I'm literally like, I don't want to start crap tonight because we're already here, but I really feel like I should just go down there and tell her, hey, you gave me these 3 voucher cards for drinks. Drinks start at $16. These are for $15. I can pretty much use this as toilet paper tonight. Like, what the crap, bro? Like, this is just unreal. It's like you're paying hundreds of dollars to be in this hotel, and you're being treated like crap because maybe they feel in some way or another that you shouldn't be here. Like, you can totally feel it from the employees, from the front desk. From the time I checked in, I felt like the lady looked at me like, she was like, you know, it's $50 to park, like saying, can you really afford to stay here, type of thing. And I've encountered that a lot in California. It seems like this is a state where like people are trying to almost size you up economically and trying to treat you like you ain't crap if they feel like you don't fit their narrative. So, you know, how they try to like rank you economically, you could say. From dealing with people here a little bit more on a personal level today, at least here in this Venice area, I'm not sure if it's different. San Diego didn't seem that bad for sure. I think San Diego seemed a little bit more down to earth. But at least the experiences that I've had here, these people, I wouldn't want to be here. Like, I went to a Mexican restaurant right here in this same city, right? And it was a Mexican restaurant. I even gave them a good review. The food was good. I talked to them in Spanish. They talked back to me in Spanish. The food was good. They were very attentive, very careful. And they continued to talk to me in Spanish after I initiated talking in Spanish. So it seems, and they were a family-owned business. So I guess in that business, they're not with the politics. But let me tell you, in this hotel here, these employees are pretty much being treated like dogs. Because if they're afraid to talk Spanish with customers that speak Spanish because of how their superiors might look at it or something, that is definitely like low-key trash. It's like those places just have a really bad vibe, like really bad social vibes, even though it's a completely different place, but the feeling is exactly the same. It's a feeling of you don't look like you belong here. Like, I worked for companies in Naples where they train you had to talk a certain way. You couldn't talk in front of the customers a certain way. I dealt with that in Naples, degrading of the employees that have to go through a workplace like that. But anyways, I'll be glad to check out here. This place seems like I'm not really pleased with it. I'm just not really happy and pleased with this place. I just feel like it's a lot of money for something that really sucks. I actually had a better experience in Downey, which is right next to Compton. Seems like over there the hotel staff was friendlier, more professional, down to earth. And it may not look as fancy as this area, but at least the people are more decent. So surprisingly, even though this is more expensive here, it seems like the people on the more poor neighborhoods of Los Angeles seem more down to earth and nicer people than in these affluent areas.
I'd rather be in Downey than here.
Yeah, like I'd rather be across the street from Compton than here. And literally, I was outside at night over there and it seemed nice. I was out there at night here and it's definitely
Different vibes.
it's actually like scarier to walk around Venice at night than it is to walk around Compton. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so I go down there and show them, hey, you know, this is pretty much worthless because I go to the bar and all the drinks are $16 and above. The vouchers for $15, and the ones that are $15, they won't make them. So pretty much they're worthless. So I go out and I'm like, hey, these drinks are, I say, hey, the drinks are $16. The cards for $15, so they're useless. It's a piece of paper. I can use it for toilet paper. You know what their answer is? Their answer is, are you sure it's like that? I'm like, no, I'm retarded. Their answer is, are you sure? Infuriating with these people. This has definitely been in the way they do things here in California. Very frustrating, very upset. Really, these people have a way to ruin your vacation if you could figure it out. I've lived in Alabama. I've seen some crappy people in my lifetime. But this place here takes the price of some of the most just nasty people I've dealt with my whole life. I mean, this place is so fake, it's unreal. In Phoenix, Arizona, which is already pushing towards the west, we ran into a similar type of situation. I want to say, despite Venice being
It is
pretty. In fact, despite it being pretty, the people here are some of the most frustrating people I have ever dealt with. They're condescending. Like, you know, I've noticed with customer service here in California a lot, and especially here, is that whenever you have a customer service complaint, they always have a smart answer to reply. Like, instead of listening to what your concern is as a customer, they have a reply ready to go. You know, they're ready to jump on it with a smart reply, with a wise guy crack. You know, like this lady down there, I went down there, I was like, hey, you know, you guys gave me these vouchers for $15 drinks. The drinks start at 16, and the drinks that are under 16, they won't make them. So basically, they're worthless. You know, like, you gave me these vouchers, you know, these little cards, as a way of making up for what was wrong already, and it was worthless. So basically, you're disrespecting me because you told me this is what how you're making it better, and now it doesn't even exist. It's fake. And instead of saying, man, you know, that's really wrong, are you sure? Are you sure? With a stupid look. And I said, no, I'm retarded. I threw them on the floor and I walked away. And I'm like, these people are so disrespectful. All I know is that this is some of the worst customer service I've encountered in the state of California. And it's a beautiful place with some very crappy customer service.